calls for Republican candidates not to accept liberal PAC money. We ask that this amendment be considered.
I remember that. I apologize. I will accept that amendment. Is there a second? Second. Will there be debate?
No.
On the amendment?
Could you read the amendment?
Could you read the amendment? She's got it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The petition stated political action committees advocating big government, higher taxes, and proposed government reform have tactically sought to expand their influence by contributing to Republican candidates. The Liberals' goal is to cause successful Republican candidates as office holders to compromise on important Republican values of limiting the size of government, lowering taxes, and corporate government, core values of the Oklahoma State Republican Party. From May 2012 on, the Oklahoma State Republican Party may withhold campaign funding from any Republican candidate who accepts a PAC contribution from the Oklahoma Public Employees Association, OPEA, and/or the Oklahoma Education Association, OEA, in the current and/or previous election cycle.
Mr. Chair.
Amendment has been made and seconded. Will there be debate?
Mr. Chair.
Yes. Point of order?
No, there's debate.
Or against?
This would be against.
2 minutes against, 2 minutes for. You're on. 2 minutes.
The only point I'm going to make, and I'll give back the rest of my time, is that this was considered during the platform committee, and that certain subcommittee chose not to include it. Therefore, I do not believe that this is appropriate before the body. Thank you.
1 minute.
First of all, there are hundreds of different committees out there. We selected two. One is that I will tell you, I got $1,000 from the Oklahoma Teachers Association, and the reason was I said what we need to do is make the schools more efficient, reduce the administrative costs, and make sure we get more money to the classroom to help our teachers. They gave me $1,000. That was back in 2002. I've never received any money from the Public Employees Union, but you know what? I have 120 hard-working employees, and we selected them, and a lot of those were Republicans. And I know that they have, if you look at the PACs, the trends have always been to support the candidates that are in power. Doesn't matter whether or not, but that's it. So now the power is switched from the Democrats to the Republicans. I think makes no sense to isolate two. And what you should look at is the overall list of contributions. They've got to make a decision on that, not just two. Thank you.
Mark.
2 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, Brenda Barr, Oklahoma County. I'm against this because this is shooting ourselves in the foot. Let's take their liberal money and beat them at their own game.
2 minutes for.
Mr. Chairman, respectfully to those that disagree with this, fundamentally the Oklahoma Public Employees Association is at its core for those values of bigger and larger government. And I think that you could also say this of the Oklahoma Education Association, which we have collected hundreds of millions of dollars for them, some of which showed back up in State Question 744. Did the people of Oklahoma support 744?
No.
81% or more of us said no. It is not a core principle of our party to say that big government is good government. I don't believe we should be maintaining the status quo of big government. Pat Hall, the chairman of the Democratic Party, put the OEA together. The OEA speaks for itself. And if we take their money, then we really support their values. And when those say, well, I take their money, but it doesn't influence how I vote in the legislature or elsewhere, well, that's not an honest transaction. Give the money back. We don't need their money. What we need is solid conservative beliefs on elected officials.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Cheryl Johns, Oklahoma County, and I call the question.
We're calling the questions in order. There's no dispute. I don't see anybody else to speak anyway. Chair calls the question. All those in favor of the amendment as presented, so signify by saying aye. Aye! All those opposed? There is a dispute. All those in favor, please rise. This is for the amendment.
It's for the amendment.
Okay, be seated. All those opposed to the amendment? The ayes appear to have it, the ayes do have it, the motion